Before we get into today's vlog, I need to tell you guys what's going on here in Boston. This is what's going on in Boston. Do you know what this is like for the people that walk around like this most of the year? Now I know for some of you, that's nothing. But for us Northerners, we need to bring out the big guns. So we need to talk about the sponsor of today's video, which is the Ecozy Ice Maker. Perfect for a day like today, because today is an iced tea kind of day. I've talked about how much I love this product before because it has a TDS meter. If you are using the fridge to make your ice, where is that water coming from? Is it tested? Is it safe? Is it from rusty pipes? With this bad boy, it tells you how clean or unclean the water is, so we can keep our standards high. Talking about high standards as well, do you know what type of ice it makes? Nugget ice. Yeah. All you have to do is plug it in. There's no installation, there's nothing. A caveman could do this. All you do is fill it with clean filtered water, press the button to start, and you're good to go. You can even connect it to your phone, which means if you're out by the pool, if you're sweating on your commute home from work, you can turn on your ice maker and ice will be ready for you by the time you get home. Or you can schedule in when you want your ice to be ready. If you make iced tea in the morning, schedule it in so that when you wake up in the morning, the ice is ready to go. Also, with it being summer, it's a great thing for entertainment. You could plug it in outside and people could have ice. There's a nice little scoop that comes with it. So you don't have to be, people are always coming and going to the grocery store, the gas station to get more ice. Nope, you're all taken care of. So if you want to be sleek, if you want to be the house that people want to come to for your nugget style ice, ice on demand, ice always ready. If you want a cool party trick where you take out your phone and you say, hey guys, look what I can do. Ice is ready. This is the product for you. Thank you Ecozy to sponsoring today's video. The link is in the description bar. Hi guys, I just made some breakfast here. So this is from the Slim app. I'm gonna show you exactly how I make it, but the great thing about the Slim app is that there's a recipe library. So I just went through the recipe library, chose something, and then you can add it into your food diary so you don't have to perfectly follow the meal plan that I've set for you. You can choose things from the recipe library and there's hundreds of meals in there. So we have avocado toast, tofu scramble, and then blood oranges. I was gonna do strawberries as well, but then I saw all this and I was like, nah, this is good. So let me show you exactly how I made it and then we will sit down and perhaps we'll eat it together. So like I said, this came from the recipe library inside of the Slim app in the Slim program. So I am taking tofu. I get this 365 extra firm tofu from Whole Foods. I actually don't remove the water from it because the water sort of helps it cook a bit with some of the liquid. Just mash it up, and then I'm adding turmeric because turmeric gives it sort of a yellow tinge. It gives us this beautiful color that's a great contrast to the spinach that I'm gonna throw in there. If you want it to have an eggy flavor, you can also add in some of this black salt to give it that eggy sulfur smell and taste. I'm also going to use some cracked pepper in there as well, and you could throw in other spices if you wanted to. And then I'm taking a bunch of spinach, and spinach wilts down to literally nothing, so add in lots of it because it's going to wilt down to nothing. Adding that in and letting it steam up, and you can use some almond milk if you want. And then I'm having this with a side of toast with avocado, so some avocado toast with lemon and sesame seeds and some red pepper flakes and some more crushed black pepper. And then for my fruit of choice on the side, I'm going with blood oranges today. Hi guys, okay, it's time to eat. Okay, I have been taking photos of this, that the tofu scramble is cold. So we're just gonna zap her up a little bit in the microwave. You guys on YouTube, like, you get the behind the scenes, you know? Okay, good as new. Nothing a little radiation can't fix. That's what I always say. Okay, before every meal, I always meditate. So we're gonna do our meditation. Let's dig in. My first bite is gonna be tofu. Tofu spinach. Chew, chew, chew on the choo choo train. If you're not chewing your food to the consistency of applesauce and you're complaining about bloating, honey. So how would I describe that? It has a nice bite. I did add in the lava salt, and my fiance came out and he's like, it smells like eggs in here. Why does it smell like eggs? Fooled him. It has a nice kick to it. The pepper is nice as well. It just, you could add in onions, peppers, salsa. Okay, let's take a bite of a blood orange. Actually, I want one that has really great color to it. There's a seedling. For the blood orange, I wanted to get the blood orange because they're so beautiful on the inside. And you know, we eat with our eyes first. And something about the difference in colors within the blood orange makes it more satisfying to me. I think visual appeal is something that could be a satisfaction factor. You know, in the Slim program, we talk about the 3 T's, we call it. There's a whole module about satisfaction factors inside the Slim program. So if you're in the Slim program, you already know this. And if you're not in the Slim program, you know what to do. But something that we talk about is what actually satisfies you, and in terms of taste, temperature, and texture. So I like warm foods. I like, for texture, I actually like dry breadiness. That is so satisfying to me. So I actually like potatoes when they're like dry. There's just something so satisfying. Other people like things that are gooey, or they like crunchy, or they like creamy. Again, there's a whole module about this in the Slim program, so I'm not gonna beat this to death. And then taste, you like sweet, you like salty, you like umami, you like savory. I need a sweet component. And then on top of that, I would add, the aesthetics are important too. I love my shallow bowls. On the last vlog, the shallow bowl community made themselves known and heard. Love you guys. So I think that's important to understand as well. Like the avocado toast, for example, putting on the red pepper flakes and the sesame seeds just as a garnish on top, that makes it more satisfying because the meal seems more intentional and wholesome and put together. Let me take a bite and I'm gonna tell you something. I better not have avocado in my hair. Okay. I could keep talking about food, or I could tell you what I'm gonna do right now on my phone. My fiance and I got our engagement photos back, and I love my photographer because he was willing to send me all of the raw photos. That's why I booked him. Most photographers don't do this, but he was willing to send me all the raw photos and also all of the raw videos because we're doing videography with him as well. That was so important to me for finding a photographer and videographer because for when my fiance proposed, there was a secret photographer there, and the photographer gave us the photos. And I'm so grateful for the photos. Like, to even have that moment captured at all is something I cherish so much. So please I don't want this to come across as though I'm complaining, because I'm so grateful for having a fiance, we had a beautiful day. Like, I'm not complaining. What I realized from that shoot is that most photographers don't give you all the photos, and because of that, there's a lot of moments that are missed. For example, in our proposal, there were huge gaps of time where she had the photographs, she just didn't want to give us the raw ones, and I begged. So this photographer is my right-hand man now, because he said to me, he's like, I have no ego, like, I'll give you all the raw photos if you want them. I'm like, love you, brother. So I'm gonna look through all of the photos right now, and I hope that we can find at least one good one, because the problem was that it was super windy and my hair was just, we had traveled like 2.5 hours. We had like drinks and apps. Of course, I don't drink. I had water before the photo shoot at the Ocean House, and the wind was blowing everywhere, and I had made the mistake of hairspraying my hair. I shouldn't have hairsprayed my hair. Never do anything different on an important day. Learn that lesson. And my hair was just everywhere. So I hope that there's at least one good photo. That tofu scramble was so good. Something that you can do if you really struggle slowing down with food and you're just so ravenous and you're not present while you're eating, what I want you to do is use 3 adjectives, and I'm gonna pull up on my phone here to help us, because it can be hard to think of this off the top of your head, but when you find the right word, it's like, that is the right word. We're gonna do 3 adjectives for each thing on your plate to describe the food. So I'm gonna start with, my favorite on the plate is the tofu scramble. It is just hitting today. I would describe it as peppery, a little bit sharp in a good way, and satisfying. It's just that mushiness, I don't know, something about it. Okay, avocado toast time. How would I describe this? I need to take a bite first and like really think about it. Because this is big on texture, I'm gonna use texture words. The avocado is buttery. The bread is dense. The avocado is also velvety. Okay, blood orange time. Would I describe you? Juicy, citrusy, tangy, sharp, hydrating. All right, I'm gonna finish this and look at my wedding photos. I'm gonna miss you until the next scene. Okay guys, check out today's afternoon snack. We have a blood orange, and of course we have my vitamins. I actually just updated on the website. If you're not sure which one of these is right for you, or if they're right for you, should you get both? Should you just take one? I just added that information to the website to tell you exactly what it will help you with, whether it will help you with energy, metabolism, inflammation, mood, sleep. So all of that is on the website now. So linked down below if you want to learn more about which of my supplements are going to be the best fit for you. But if you're on a plant-based diet, both of them. If you're not on a plant-based diet, visit the website and we'll tell you which one will be best. Okay, I'm coming at you guys from my bathroom. I need an aesthetic shower, which I don't currently have. So I ordered a bunch of stuff on Amazon. It's like $60 to upgrade this. Worth it in my eyes. It'll make me happy. I shower every day. Okay, so we've got a new shower cap. This one is not aesthetic. Away with her. Actually, I might need to film that. Oh, eucalyptus. See, I can't tell by the package what it is. Eucalyptus to hang. Chic Intuition bamboo razor. I want a bamboo one. Soap bottles for shampoo, conditioner, etc. These are glass. I'm really trying to live a plastic-free life. So let's redo the shower. This is her before. I mean, we can't be seen like this. Okay guys, the new shower has been all put together. So as I said, these I got on Amazon. I thought they were glass, turns out they're plastic, so a little upset about that, but anyway. Up here, I have my brush. This will all be linked down below. This is the skincare that I love and use, KPS. And then my loofah is on its way. So I just have my exfoliating glove right now, but my loofah is on its way. And then down here, and I'll tell you, this is actually Glow by Lydia Elise Millen. I love this thing. That brand no longer exists, but I love her. And that was her product when the brand did exist. And then down here, I have my gua sha. I have been gua sha-ing every day since January, and I've definitely seen a difference. And then this is my green tea enzyme cleanser. I'll show you. Shout out to my client, Janaea. She got me onto this. I'm obsessed with it. I will link this down below as well. I use this for sort of an exfoliant cleanser. And then this is the razor that I was chatting about. And yeah, it is just so minimal. And I'm telling you, when you shower every single day, we aren't able to detect how much our brain has to process. And when our environment is so much more simple, the amount of processing that our brain has to do is dramatically reduced. And I'm telling you, this is going to help with a calm, stable, clear brain in comparison to all the color and clutter that I had before. So I'm really excited about this. Oh, and the eucalyptus. So I have the eucalyptus that's hanging from the shower head now. And I think this is just gonna look so beautiful on morning routine videos. So I'm really excited to put out more of those on my short form. So make sure you're following me on Instagram, and TikTok and YouTube Shorts, where I'm gonna be posting those. Hi guys, here I am with my food. Okay, so I just made this for lunch. I actually posted this on Instagram wearing a different outfit because I wanted the video on Instagram to be a bright pop of yellow, just was what I was feeling, but now I'm back in my comfy clothes to actually eat it. I took like 2 bites. You can see there's a missing bite of falafel here because I wanted to get a shot of me eating some of it, but now here I am to eat the rest. This is from a new feature in Slim. I've added a recipe library into Slim, so I'll show you. So when you log into Slim, you will now see that there's a recipe library, and we have tons and tons and tons of recipes in this library. So if you don't like something on your meal plan, or if you're making something for somebody else, or you're just in the mood for a certain something, there's a search feature as well, so you can search up ingredients that you have on hand. For every meal, there's calories, protein, carbs, fat. So if you know you want to eat something that's a little bit higher protein, or if you want to have something that's a little bit higher in carbs or fat for whatever reason, you're gonna go work out or whatever it is, it's all in here. So this is the quinoa veggie falafel bowl. And like I said, the full recipe is in Slim, but I will show you just a little taste of what we got going on here. So of course the step-by-step directions are inside of the Slim recipe library, but we are going to do some quinoa, leafy greens, bell peppers, edamame, mango, roasted squash, some oil-free falafels. These are unbelievable. And then adding in some pumpkin seeds. And then for my dressing, I'm going with the kava lemon tahini. These falafels could not be easier. I actually have a discount code for these. So, hi guys, I'm BFB. I'm back for breakfast and we're gonna chat. We're chatting about the cheeky title. I have here in front of me from the Slim app, from the recipe library, I chose the anti-inflammatory breakfast today. So I'll give you a little sneak peek of what that looks like. The full recipe is in the Slim program. So you can choose it, you can add it to your meal diary and fit it in with your meal plan. We are gonna do some strawberries, some nectarine, some kabocha squash that's been roasted to perfection, and then adding some avocado on top. And of course, I'm gonna meditate. Then we're gonna chat about this cheeky title. Let's take our first bite. I think I'm gonna do nectarine because it's been a minute since I've had a nectarine. It's a summer fruit. I'm so serious when I say, why does anybody need candy when fruit in the summer exists? When Japanese sweet potatoes exist? Like, when you train your taste buds, when you don't eat any artificial junk and you allow your brain to rewire itself and recalibrate down to what nature intended for it to be and to react to foods the way that we're supposed to, that was a magical experience that I just had in my mouth. All right, now I'm gonna take a bite of strawberry because these looked very in season. I am keeping the stems on because you can eat the stems and I eat the whole thing. Good, but not as good as the nectarine. Okay, I'll take one bite of tofu and then we'll talk. Okay, time to talk about the title. So, the title is aligned with one of my favorite Zen proverbs, which is let go or be dragged. Another quote that I love is, you have to let go in order to make room for something better. So here's where I want us to start. I want to start by having you picture your ideal life. When you're your happiest, your healthiest, you're eating in a way that you feel proud of, you're in a body that you feel proud of, take a moment and picture it. And you've probably thought about it before. You go to your closet and you pick out the clothes that are cute and you put them on and they fit, and you walk out with confidence and excitement about the day. You have energy, you wake up feeling rested, you're excited to see people. You have a magical experience when you take a bite of a nectarine, which why don't we do that right now? It's so good. Now I want to ask you, what is preventing you from doing that? There's something. It's kind of hard to think of because sometimes it can be self-limiting beliefs. It can be something that's a little bit less tangible and concrete. Sometimes it's very concrete. Sometimes I'm in a relationship that isn't serving me. I'm in a job that isn't serving me, that I desperately want to leave and I'm afraid to leave. I'm part of an organization that I no longer feel aligned with, but I'm afraid to leave. I fear judgment from others. So there's a lot of different things that it could be, and it could be a multitude of things. It could be a wide array of things, wide array of components altogether. But identify what those things are. And if you have a journal in front of you, this is a great opportunity to do this. But write down, this is what's stopping me from becoming that person and stepping into that life and that world. Now we have to ask ourselves, what would it look like to let go of that? Now, it's either going to be a one-time event or it's going to be a repeated practice. So let me give you an example of some one-time event letting go events. Quitting your job, leaving an organization, leaving a relationship, moving, ending a friendship. These are one-time letting go events. Then there are less concrete, I would say they're probably more mindset-based scenarios where letting go is going to be a repeated daily practice. So this could look like I have fear of what others are going to think about me or what others are going to say about me. It could be the underlying subconscious belief that you are not the chosen one, you don't deserve this, you're not worthy enough. It could be that you feel you're too old, your time has passed, your body's too broken. This is more of a subconscious, less concrete obstacle of letting go. Okay, so we understand the two differences, right? Let's take a tofu break. So, we understand the two types of letting go, right? For the one-time events, you just have to do it. You can check it off the list. You can let go. And you have to let go in order to make room for something better. And there's a lot of fear that's keeping you stuck. Of course, I'm not forcing you to do anything. I'm just helping you understand what the possibilities are. For the, I'm afraid of what other people think of me, I'm not worthy enough, I'm not the chosen one, I'm worried what people will say, I'm worried I'll fail. That is going to take you identifying what the action is that's associated with letting go, and then how many times do you want to make the goal of doing it until you feel like I'm free from that. Okay, so let's say you want to be the person that wakes up and makes a meal like this and treats their body with respect and eats whole nourishing foods and doesn't eat junk and fast food and soda and all of that. We are going to set a number of times that you are going to wake up and do that thing, take that action until you feel I will have fully broken up and let go. So let's say it's 20. You're gonna wake up and you're gonna do this 20 times. You're gonna make a healthy, satisfying breakfast 20 times. And that is going to be the way that you let go of the idea that you are not, that your body's too broken, that you're too old, that you're unfixable, that you're not gonna be able to do this. Another example. I want to be the person who can drive by the fast food place on my way home from work and I don't stop and get the fast food. How many times do you have to do that until you feel like I have fully broken up with that? Maybe it's 30. And so maybe for the next 30 days, you practice driving by that fast food restaurant and not stopping in. And that is the process of breaking up. Maybe even one day you drive by that fast food restaurant 30 times in a row. You practice 30 times in a row to break up with that behavior. But whatever it is for you, this is going to speak to you in different ways. It's, by the way, if you're waiting for the right time to join the Slim program, do it now so that you can take all of these actions that are aligned with the person that you want to be. You're going to meditate every day. You're going to do a journal every day. You're going to eat like this. You're going to act in alignment with the person that you want to be. So this is your sign to join the Slim program. But all of this to say, whatever it is that you have been holding on to that's preventing you from taking it to the next level, it's time to let go of that. And nobody's gonna give you permission. Nobody's gonna knock on your door and say, hey, it's time to let go. So this is your sign, this is the video to tell you it is time to let go of whatever it is for you to make room for something better and take your life to the next level. Otherwise, a year from now, you're gonna be in the exact same spot that you are right now, or in a worse position, and we're not gonna let that happen. If you liked this video, you're gonna love the next one that pops up on the screen. It's a similar sort of style to this video. Vlog, then sit down and have a little heart-to-heart. If you like this style, let me know. I love you, honeys, and I'll see you in my next video. Mm.